Yes, this is to those ungrateful entity in Nigeria, ungrateful souls, ungrateful people. Right. You have a brother, you have a friend, you have an uncle who lives abroad and sends you money, okay? Sends you 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, depending on your relationship with the person. And you dare say, you have the gut, you have the effrontery to say the money is too small. To say the money is too small. Excuse me, do you know how many hours of work that person had to put together to get that particular money sent to you? Do you know how many hours? Do you know what time he wakes up in the morning to go to work, or what time he goes to work late at night, or working overnight to work to get that particular money to send to you? Do you know? But rather than for you to say thank you, to wake up in the morning, to pick up a phone and call the person to say, brother, friend, I've seen the 20,000 you sent to me. Thank you very much. God will bless you. You will continue to have more. Some of you will have the guts to say the money is too small. First of all, let me ask you, did you keep any money in his hand? Did you keep any money in his savings that you are now requesting that he should be sending to you gradually? This person works morning, afternoon, night, perhaps, to get that particular amount of money sent to you. And all you could do is to say the money is too small. Some of you don't even bother to pick up your phone to call the person to say, I have received the money, let alone say thank you. Do you even know the living condition of that your uncle or that your friend that has been sending you the money? Do you know this living condition? He's got a good spirit. He has a good spirit. That is why he is able to send you that amount of money. Some people don't care about you. Some people don't care. No, some people, listen, guys, I'm not saying to send money is bad. It's a good thing to help. It's a good thing to send money to help people if you are able to. But at least show a bit of gratitude. Show a bit of gratitude to every penny somebody gives to you. It's a gift. I mean, this person is not owing you any dime for crying aloud. It is just a gift. Even if it is 10,000, no matter how little the money is, it is a gift. It is indeed a gift. So that person works morning, afternoon, night, or whatever kind of shift the person is, depending on the status of that person in that country, and depending on the kind of job that person is into in the United Kingdom, as a case study. Okay? Take, for instance, he earns £1,500 or £2,000 or 3,000, whatever amount he earns. You need to first of all have it at the back of your mind that is his net pay. That is his salary. He has to pay his rent. He's got to pay his electricity and gas bills. He's got to pay council tax. He's got to pay, he's got to feed himself. He's got to buy travel card. But if he drives to work, he's got to buy fuel. If he drives, he has to pay certain amount of money on his car from that 2,500. As a case study, a cap. I know people earn more than that. People earn less than 2,500. And depending on his living condition, you don't even know if he lives in a room, or he lives in a one-bed flat, or he lives in two-bed flat. Whatever living condition he is, whatever living condition that is, that money is going to come from this net salary. Before he's now going to think about having to send you £100 or 150 or 50,000 or 20,000. The money that he's sending to you comes from that particular salary of his. And you then had God not to say thank you. You then say the money is too small. You are an ungrateful person. There are quite a few number of people who don't care, who don't send money to people, who don't, whatever your condition is, doesn't even bother. You can't blame them because you don't know the living condition. You don't know what exactly he's facing at the moment in the United Kingdom. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Say, they don't care. If they visit Nigeria, if you are lucky, you see them at the beer joint, 1 or 2 bottles is not a problem to them. Drink it and that's it. They don't care. So if your uncle decides to send you that, to send you 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, it means he has a good heart. He has a good heart. He's a good person. So therefore, show gratitude so that you can get more. Some of you don't have senses working. Some of you, 7 o'clock in the morning, you are still sleeping. Some of you cannot combine 2 jobs together in Nigeria. Some of you cannot do more than 8 hours shift in Nigeria. But this your uncle is doing 12 hours shift a day. and he's sending you money. This your friend is doing 12 hours, working day in, day out. From that particular 2,500 pounds a hand or 3,000, he's going to pay all the bills that I mentioned. He's going to think of sending money to you back home. He's going to think of how his life is going to be better outside of that scope of his work. He's going to think of how to buy land, buy a piece of land, a plot of land in Nigeria, and begin a structure. Or think of how to buy a property here. So you are not putting all of those things into consideration. You think being abroad makes you a millionaire. You think as soon as you get to United Kingdom or United States, you overnight become a millionaire. You overnight become a millionaire. That's what, I mean, we were once like that. We always think the same way. But I think it's high time we begin to educate ourselves so that we understand that things don't work the way you see it. Things don't work the way you see it. Yes, there are broad differences between living in Nigeria and living abroad. Okay, don't get me wrong. There are broad differences between living in Nigeria and living abroad. There are certain things that are existing. Let me just put it in summary that United Kingdom, United States have system that works. Part of Europe have system that works, existing systems that works. Now Nigeria does not have any system whatsoever. Name it, no system whatsoever is working. So I can understand the reason why it is better. But that does not mean that living abroad makes you a rich person. You are only going to be better off. You are only going to have an average life. You're only going to be okay. You can strive so hard to make money. You can strive so hard in United Kingdom because it's a land of opportunity. You can strive so hard. It's a land of opportunities, various opportunities there. Okay? You can strive so hard to become a millionaire, but it's not going to be overnight yet. So if your person, if your uncle, your brother, sends you money, have that particular faith, have that particular spirit of gratitude. Have that particular spirit of contentment, because he is a good person. He has a good heart. That is why he is able to send you that money. If he refuses to send you that money, there is nothing you're going to do about it. Some of you have a direct contact with your persons in United Kingdom. Maybe you have a brother, an uncle, a friend who lives abroad. You have direct contact with him. You can call him. You can text him. He responds. He is even a good person responding to some of your text messages. Because in Nigeria, if a call comes in from Nigeria to United Kingdom, if a 3 call comes in, 1 is a greeting, 2nd is greeting, the 3rd one is a request for money. The 3rd one is a request for money. I have not seen a person that calls you from Nigeria, whether a friend to discuss continuously with you, or a cousin or a relative to discuss continuously with you without placing a request on the table. There is nothing wrong in that. Don't get me wrong. But if the person says out of the 50,000 you requested, I'm only able to give 20,000, show gratitude. Show what? Show gratitude. Because to every penny that person earns, every dime in his pocket, he worked for it. In the United Kingdom, United States, every penny you're going to have, you have to work for it. Except if you're going to turn to a beggar on the street begging people for money. Even begging for money on the street, you are equally working to get the money. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it is not a joke. It is not a bed of roses. Neither is it a bed of thorns. So, guys, I am not really happy because I'm not taking this personal, but because we have heard cases, we have seen cases of people talking about this kind of situation that I sent money to this person. They didn't even pick up a phone to thank me. They didn't even say thank you for what the money you sent to us yesterday. Some of them, we even have the nerve to say the money is small. I thought you were going to send me more than that. If you are that kind of a person, you need to go and sleep and think very well. Okay? So that God will forgive you because it's a sin. That 20,000 that person sent to you, he worked for it. He didn't steal the money. Out of his good heart, he picked that money and sent to you. How many of you in Nigeria can walk like that and begin to send money to people? You think it's easy? It's not. I'm just being very honest with you guys. So, show gratitude whenever somebody sends you money. It is really important. If you don't do that, you're a sinner. And in the sight of God, you are a sinner. And for God to be able to forgive you your sins, you need to sleep now, think about it, and say, God, I am sorry. and call the person that has sent you money maybe 2-3 weeks ago and say, I saw the money you sent to me. Sorry, I didn't call you. I'm sorry. Thank you very much for the money. I appreciate it. Simple. The person will be happy to say, okay, this person shows some sort of appreciation and gratitude. It is not easy. You need to get that. You need to have that at the back of your mind. It is really, really important that you have that back at the back of your mind, guys. If anybody sends you money, he has worked for that money. He didn't get the money on the street. You need to understand that. So from today, try as much as possible to show gratitude to whoever has sent you money. Guys, this is an interactive page. Try as much as possible to follow for more videos. It's an interactive. It is a place where you can share your own opinion as well. Leave it in the comment section. Let others see it. Whatever you feel about the video, let others see it, because you're trying to help quite a few number of people out here. Okay? Thank you very much for listening, and I'll be seeing you again in the next video. Bye for now.